Yo, this is Silver Trucker. How's it going, guys? I know it's been a while, but I am a busy man. I will get more regular when it comes to posting when I'm free. So I post whenever. So I really don't give a fuck about the algorithm. But hey, if anybody sees it, they see it. If it helps them, it helps them. The topic today, and I'm speaking for all the drivers out here, is to invest in yourself. Okay? A lot of times I see drivers go out here, they drive, and then they get on the internet and complain. And what I find is a pattern of them not investing in themselves. And that is one of the major flaws in the design. If you're not investing in yourself, then you will be victim to the companies that you work for. So you have to start changing your mindset instead of working for these companies. And then now when things get tight, the companies start to show their ugly face, and then now you bitching and complaining on the internet. Because that's never gonna really work. Because there's a different type of energy that you will have when you got resources, but you're not worried about tomorrow. You're not worried about next year. You can make certain moves, whereas the company is wanting you to be subservient. And if they got a general idea that you need them, then they will take advantage of that. And the narcissistic leadership within that company will fuck with you. And all of the little cronies that are stick up the butt yes men. So you have to get yourself in a place of power. Part of the reason why I created this channel is to talk about some of these things that happen from my years of experience. I have a decade of experience, and in the beginning I was one of those I was happy about it, getting into it, and then I started realizing that, okay, this is some bullshit. And then I realized, man, fuck this. I'm not about to be focusing my energy on them. I'm about to focus my energy on me. And then everything just switched. There was a switch in my head. I started saving money, investing, and shit. Got into real estate, stuff like that, and my life started to change. I no longer was in a place of need of having to work like a fucking dog, or a workhorse, I should say. I got into a position where my life was like, holy shit, I really don't need these motherfuckers. And then you could just go ahead and do what you need to do. You have to get something out. And a lot of times y'all focus on the money. See, I work to invest so I can own more things, assets per se, right? And control more liability to increase my assets. But I'm not sitting here focused on what a driver manager is talking about. And this is a good tip for drivers who dealing with driver managers who just tend to be either nitpicky or these male driver managers who act like women. You need to ignore them. Because if you get into an exchange with a dispatch who tends to be more on the feminine, condescending side, the greatest power is just to brush it off, whether it be a message or a phone call. People keep it quick, swift, and keep it moving. Don't be giving them energy. They get out here and start bitching and complaining about something, and a lot of times dispatchers be fucking up when they be sending the loads off. They have a lot of them be having poor judgment, and a lot of times if you don't catch it, they'll blame you for it. So one, document everything, and two, just blow them off. Stop giving energy. Don't get into a shouting match with no goddamn dispatch, man. Because when you see how they be moving, you be looking like pathetic. You know what I mean? Just ignore that shit. They start bitching and complaining. Are you done? Okay, can we move on? All right. Oh, goddamn. They hang up that phone so fast and be looking stupid because you disregarded the bullshit that they coming with. Fun fact. So ultimately, in this particular segment, just get into a place of power, save your money, and buy more assets. You know what I'm saying? Hence the channel. And your life will get better. Each asset you buy, the less miles you have to drive. The life that it's such an exhilarating feeling that I've extracted a piece of real estate out of this company, right? I've extracted assets that has grown in value greatly out of this company. Do you think I give a fuck about how they're operating? I don't care. Just give me money and I keep it moving. And when they don't serve your purpose, then you leave. You go somewhere else. But one thing I need y'all drivers to stop doing is getting on the internet and complaining. Because you're complaining, meaning you didn't really start to solve the biggest problem that you had. And it's not the stick up the butt dispatchers. You want to know what it is? It's the fact that you didn't build your nest egg up so you can carry forward. Because a lot of times, certain companies know when a driver is desperate, and they will use that to their advantage to move the needs of the company, because that's just business, right? They have to meet the needs of the business, which means they may try to be on some manipulative stuff or try to coerce you to do things that you don't want to fucking do. And there's nothing wrong with saying no, but also it is, because depending on the situation, they can use that against you too. So while you're building assets up, that protects you from the bullshit, and then you can just carry on. And then if the company doesn't mesh well with you and you don't mess with the culture of the company, then you can fucking leave, and that's it. Just know you left with more than what you had when you started, and then keep it moving and follow the same principle at the next company. But do not get on the internet bitching and complaining on TikTok and on IG about a company that didn't mesh well with you, or you're complaining about the stick up the butt driver managers or whatever the fuck is being complained about, or the lack of miles. If the company is illiquid and they cannot meet, they're trying to penny pinch. They slice their network down when it comes to fuel. They eliminate a lot of their trucks and trailers. They're not going to tell you about it, but they're going to be liquidating their shit. And whoever owns the companies and the shares of the company, they have to look out for their best interests. At the end of the day, it's business. And if they go illiquid and they fold the fuck up, the company's going with it. And if you see it happening, get the fuck out. But in the meantime, while you're there, make sure you're getting assets that appreciate in value. And then a lot of this shit don't fucking matter. Stop putting your identity to these companies that don't give a fuck about you, nor do they give a fuck about what you got going on in your life or anything. Just leave. There's more money out here to grab, more assets, but your goal is to make money, get assets. That's it. Not fucking sitting here debating with a fucking fleet manager who is fucking retarded. But other than that, get assets and carry on. Because guess what? If you was to die today, or if you was to get into an accident, or if you got sick, or let's just say you end up in some hardships outside of the job, they don't give a fuck. They're gonna just replace you with a goofy driver who fell for the hype of that company, and then they're gonna get manipulated and used as much as possible until the company can't do it anymore, and they're gonna get canned and they're gonna replace them. There's gonna be this constant recycling of human bodies to get the job done, and you will be not even a thought. You will just be a file in the folder collecting dust.
I drop all your metrics, burn your KPIs to